Brexiteer Alexandra Phillips has torn apart the EU's absurd fishing demands following Michel Barnier's latest attempt to force the UK into backing down during talks. In a scathing attack on the EU and in particular France, the former Brexit party MEP claimed now is the time for British fishermen to reclaim our waters. Britain's waters have long been exploited by EU fleets within the Common Fisheries Policy, CFP, causing many in the UK's fishing industry to insist the policy has caused a decline in the industry. With talks so far failing to produce a deal, Ms Phillips also issued a warning to the Tory party if they did not retake the UK's waters. The former MEP for the South East also savaged Mr Barnier's offer to return not 15-18% of fishing quotas from Britain's waters. She wrote in the Daily Telegraph, the opening gambit of Barnier's negotiating team that the bloc would accept a cut of 15-18% in its share of catch in British waters is risible and far from the 80% UK control tabled by Lord Frost. In line with our Scandinavian neighbours, the Conservatives are doubtless aware, too, that 186 coastal constituencies make a Brexit backing ring around the country, while the aptly named Nicola Sturgeon would be forced to explain to Scottish fishermen, whose northeast fleet accounts for half of the UK industry, why she would want to hand newly gained fishing rights back to Brussels. But perhaps above all is the startling symbolism of sovereign sacrifice in casting aside national dominion over our seas. British fishermen, I am sure, would be more than happy to see North Sea cod land on continental plates, but it is surely their prerogative to sell it. Mr Barnier's offer of a return in fishing quotas was rejected by UK officials last week. Primarily, the EU's offer would mean fleets in the bloc would retain 80% of the quotas they currently catch. The UK wants a deal, similar to what was signed with Norway, whereby quotas and access would be negotiated on a yearly basis. However, EU fleets have insisted they must have similar access to what they experience under the CFP, whereby European ships are given equal access to coastlines within the exclusive economic zone of the 27 member states. According to the think tank, the UK in a changing Europe, Denmark caught 237,000 tons of fish in UK waters in 2017 that amounted to £90 million. Holland caught 177,000. France 120,000 while UK fishermen only managed to catch 94,000 in EU waters. Not only did the UK catch the least amount in terms of tonnage but also in value with just £88 million. France managed £171 million. Indeed, even the landlocked nations, Austria, Czech Republic, Slovakia and Hungary, also receive subsidies from the EU from fisheries. Talks between the two sides resumed this week in London with the two sides now less than a month away from the end of the transition period on the 1st of January. However, hitting out at Europe's demands, Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove criticised the EU's demands over the UK's fishing waters. He told Sky, the EU still wants to take the lion's share of the fishing in our waters, which is just not fair given that we are leaving the EU. The EU still want us to be tied to their way of doing things. The EU are at the moment reserving the right, if there is any sort of dispute, not quite to rip everything up but to impose some really penal and tough restrictions on us. And we don't think that's fair.